Are you ready to step into your power as a visionary woman and help the miracles happen in your life? Hey, beautiful human, it's me, Rebecca Wiener McGregor, the Anxiety Eraser, and welcome to another episode of Effective Immediately, the show where we talk mindset, healthy emotions, abundance, leadership, and I give you a mindset shift that you can make effective immediately. Okay, so all the time we're talking about creating miracles, and we're talking about our vision. We're talking about how we can make this happen, how we can make that happen, and sometimes, more often than not, what needs to happen is for us to get crystal clear on what it is that we actually want and then make space for it to happen in our lives. There's a lot of pressure when you think about creating a miracle versus the less pressure, the chillness of thinking of how can I help this miracle happen? How can I make space for this miracle in my life? And how can I get crystal clear about what I want? All right, so let's dive in. The first thing, we have to get super clear on what it is that we want. One of the things that happens when we are looking at our desires, when we are looking for our big vision, and we're looking to make something happen in our lives, one thing that will happen is that we will diminish what is possible for us. And what do I mean by that? We will think about the lowest hanging fruit. What's the easiest thing that I can get right now? I'll make that my big vision. And then what happens is you've shut down all of your creativity. Creativity is the most fun part that you have as a visionary woman. So why would you want to shut that down? So thinking about this from that perspective, what's the lowest hanging fruit? What's the easiest thing for me to get right now that I can make a step in my life? I can activate the next level for myself. What's the easiest thing for me? What's the simplest thing? Simple and easy are not always the same thing, but often when we go for that lowest hanging fruit, we're not really in the super state of desire, that passionate desire that actually helps us to create and receive the miracles that we want. The next step is that we'll look at all the things that we've done before and we'll think, oh, well, I've done that before. I can probably get pretty close to that. So let me make a goal that's similar to that goal. Once again, shutting down what it is that you really, really want. And then we will go, if we really want to stretch, we'll think, well, maybe based on my experiences, what could be possible for me? And you can see right there that you're not in your full desire. You're not in the full excitement and passion about what it is that you want to create. You're looking at kind of your safety, right? It's like when you applied back in the day, when you applied to the college that you really, really wanted, but then you also applied to your safety schools. This is like having your safety miracles, your safety goals. Just in case that big thing doesn't come through, we're going to make sure that we have a backup plan. And what I'm asking you to do is to go all the way beyond what you've done before, what you think is possible, and focus on what you really, really, really want. And that's what we're going to dive into even more today. Okay, give yourself a breath. Remember, we're always collecting data. We're exploring with curiosity. We're not here to place pressure. We're here to ignite and create some shift effective immediately. Okay, so when you think about your core desires, your values, your passions, and what you believe is your purpose, and you think about amplifying that, up-leveling that, upgrading that, what comes to mind for you? Is it something similar to what you've already done? Is it you being on a big stage somewhere speaking about your passion? Yesterday, I spoke to a new client, and the goal that she had placed on her initial spot on her initial questionnaire, it felt low for what she wanted to do. And then we got to the next page, and she had shared a little bit more about what she wanted. And then I said, is this your real goal? And she said, no, this is what I really want is to be traveling the world and doing this and speaking on these stages. And you can see how when we have that goal that we're kind of using to protect ourselves, we're capping off our creativity. We're capping off the ability to make space for it in our lives. And we're cutting off the divine helping us to create the miracle. I mean, actually, the divine will create the miracle. We just have to make space for it to happen and be super clear on what it is that we want. Okay, now some of the things that you have to do, that you get to do to make space for this miracle in your life, is to align your energy with the thing that you want. You hear this all the time, right? We hear, be the thing that you want, be the energy of the thing you want, be in the vibration of the thing that you're trying to create. One of the lowest vibrations that you can be in, and we know how crappy this feels, I know how crappy this feels, and it is doubt. You have to have a plan in place for when the resistance shows up, for when the resistance shows up as doubt or confusion. Because it will try to talk you out of the big thing that you're trying to create, and it will create these little stories. Remember, we always talk about this. Your subconscious mind really loves it when you stay the same. When you keep doing the same things in the same way all the time and remain very predictable, that is what is safe for your subconscious mind. So when you think about, I want to invite this miracle into my life, I want to create space for this miracle to happen in my life, your subconscious mind, depending on how much work you've done with her, might be reacting very strongly to this. She might have all sorts of limiting beliefs and stuff coming up, and she might start saying things to you like, well, I mean, if that doesn't happen, it would be okay if this happened instead. Right? Going back to your safety school. That's what this is going to show up as. Okay? So as you are aligning your energy, what you're going to practice doing is being in gratitude for that thing already happening. In this state of not activated gratitude, like, oh, someone did something nice for me. Oh, something good happened for me already, so I'm going to feel grateful. But that beautiful state of gratitude that says, I know this thing is on its way to me. I know I can create this. I know I can see this for myself. I trust. I'm already grateful that this thing is here. I'm feeling grateful because I'm alive. I'm feeling grateful for every little thing in my life. Now, I'm not asking you to bypass and forget that you have other feelings too. I'm saying when you're complete feeling those feelings, bring yourself back to a state of gratitude. Bring yourself back to a place of excitement and amplify that excited state about what it is that you are asking to create in this world. What you want to co-create with the universe, what you want to help other people create, and be in that energy. Part of this will also be cultivating positivity in your brain. It will be cultivating a space for you to heal any limiting beliefs, old stories, old trauma that will start to mess with you and say you can't have what you want. Those things will mess with your worthiness. They will mess with your clarity. They will create confusion. They will mess with your ability to believe that you can have the level of success that you really, really want, and so much more. And that's my genius. That's what I help people with. So if you are ready to work through limiting beliefs that you have, work through the trauma that's been activated and causing you to feel that state of doubt or confusion, or has been creating that invisible ceiling on your results, you can reach out to me through RebeccaWiener.com or go right to my schedule at callwithrebecca.com. Okay, so let's continue here. You being in this state of energy means that you are activating thoughts that are in alignment with your vision. You are peeling back things that don't matter as much to you. okay, well, this was part of my goal before, but this doesn't feel like what I really want. So I get to peel back that layer and see what's underneath. And as you do that, one of the questions that I'd love for you to ask yourself is, what do I really, really want right now? What do I really, really want? Not just what I think I can get, not what I think I can accomplish again, but what do I really, really want? And go wild, go deep. What do I really want to create in this world? What do I really want to have happen for myself? And when you start the brainstorm, some stuff might come up. You might stop in the middle of the brainstorm and tell yourself, oh my gosh, no, you're ridiculous. That's too big. That's too much. But that's what miracles are. Miracles are big and bold and too much. Miracles are spectacular. And you are deserving of the miracle that you want to create in your life. Whether that is a relationship, it is a new level of leadership for yourself, it is a new level in your business, it's a new reality of income for yourself, breaking through your spiritual relationships, whatever it is that you want for yourself. I want you to make space and invite that into your life by doing the things that will help you make space for it. Okay. One of the things that's really important is for you to release distractions. Distractions to the thing happening, distractions for you getting to focus, distractions, things that distract you from allowing yourself to amplify your energy the way that you want. What will happen is old anxiety, depression, anger, frustration, those things will start popping up, and they will start bringing those feelings to the forefront and distracting you from helping yourself, helping the divine create that miracle. And yes, I'm talking about miracles this week. Why not? This is the perfect week to talk about miracles. So if you can be on board with asking for and making room for a miracle in your life, I want you to notice the things that distract you from it. And here are some of the things that are going to happen when you are trying to create a miracle in your life. You're trying to receive a miracle. You're trying to have something big happen in your life. Old anxiety will start distracting you. You might be distracted by that tightness in your chest, that racing heartbeat. You might be distracted by that tension headache. Maybe it's happening in your forehead. Maybe it starts in the back of your neck because you've been carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders and it reaches around and grips your whole head. And inside, what's happening is that there's this edginess, this tension, this frustration, because your emotions and the distractions are happening in your body and they're happening in your thoughts. So thinking about what kind of thoughts are happening in your brain. What kind of thoughts are happening in your mind? What are they? Are they thoughts that are helping you to create space for that miracle? Are they thoughts that are distracting you from being focused on that miracle? Both are possible. There is no space for shame or blame or doubt or guilt or any of that here right now. Those are all distractions. If you've been caught in loops of any of those things, those are distractions from you being able to allow into your life what you want and to create the results that you want. Okay, give yourself another breath. As you are deciding what it is that you really, really want, that whole idea of making a decision is actually peeling back layers of things that you don't want. So as you are spending time with this miracle, you're thinking about it as you're going through your day, you're thinking about it when you're shampooing your hair, you're thinking about it when you're doing your errands or you're cleaning your house, you are thinking about it when you are creating in your business. Those are the times when it's really fun for you to be connected to what it is that you really, really want. And then notice the ideas that will pop up. Are these ideas in alignment with my big vision, with my big goal, with my big miracle? Or are these in alignment with something that's safer for me? Something that I don't really want, but I feel like maybe I could get. So as you're thinking about your safety goals, just like you thought about your safety school, you peel back the layers. Do I really want that? Could that be a piece of this? Maybe it could. But is that what I really want? Is that facet of this desire what I really want? And as you start peeling back the things that you don't want, that you're not truly connected to, what will come forward is the biggest, boldest vision. And as you do this, I want you to claim the excitement. I want you to claim the vision. I want you to claim that energy. I want you to be the host for that energy so that you can keep your focus on it, which tells the universe, tells God, tells the divine that that's what you really want. And then practice being loving and mindful with all the things that pop up around it that you don't actually want. When your body gets tense, when you feel that edgy feeling, when you feel like distracting yourself from the goal, you need to sit down and write the darn book, right? When you need to actually take action on helping that miracle, making space for that miracle to happen. And you're sitting down to write the book, for example, and your mind is saying, there's something else I could be doing. I probably should call my friend. There's probably a new show out on Netflix that I've been waiting to see. I probably could distract myself with something smaller. I could maybe go into the Facebook groups and start asking questions, and maybe I should do some research about what it is that I want, and maybe I should go connect with a group of people. Maybe today is the day I should do some networking. You can see how the doubt and the distraction and the confusion will start to show up in other ways. And for you, if your goal is to write the book and go on a speaking tour to share with the world the lessons that you've learned, the way that you've learned them, and the way through them that you found, then you actually need to sit in the chair and do the thing. You need to write the book. So whatever your book is, whatever your miracle is, whatever your project is that you are helping to come to life, I want you to start to notice, is this what I really want? And how am I keeping myself from having it? Because we get to expect that our subconscious mind is going to try to stop us, especially if it's a really big deal, especially if it's a really big change. Our subconscious mind will try to stop it. Okay, give yourself a breath. Let's take a moment to reset here. Be super loving with yourself. How do I know this stuff happens? Because it happens to me. It happens to other humans, because that's the part of our humanness that we don't really like, right? We just wish that we could be the spiritual being who can be floating off into the cosmos anytime that we want, teleport anywhere. But instead, we have this humanness that we get to work with. Instead, we get to experience this life as a human, working through all of this stuff. And if we're lucky, we can talk ourselves into having fun with it. And that's really why we're here. Because I want you to have fun making space for the miracle in your life. I want you to have fun and feel light and feel open and feel free to allow your desires to come into form. Okay. Give yourself a breath. I want you to encourage yourself through the way that you speak to yourself, the way that you speak to your friends, the way that you speak to life, to be in the state of trusting that miracles can happen for you. And you notice I said for you. They will happen for you and they will happen through you. You will make space. You will help it happen. You will help create the conditions for that miracle to happen. And also, you get to push away everything that is not trust, everything that is not faith, everything that is not truly believing that you can have the life that you want, that you can have the miracle that you are so passionate about. All right. One of the things that I absolutely love to do is to visualize the miracle happening. How will I feel? And inviting all of my senses, okay? So as you are thinking about your miracle, maybe your miracle has many parts, maybe it spans a decade. I want you to take one part of it, one tiny part of it, at the beginning stages, and I want you to invite all of your senses to join you in that piece of the miracle happening, that piece of the miracle showing up for you. Give yourself a breath, and I want you to think about making time for this. And maybe if you've been visualizing or meditating or practicing self-hypnosis or doing any of those guided imagery or anything like that, that will help you create the circumstances and the space for that miracle, I want you to think about truly getting excited in your visualization. Feeling the feeling of that thing happening. Feeling how it will be in your body, how it will be in your mind. What kind of thoughts will you be thinking? Who will you want to talk to? Who will you want to share the news with? How will you say it? How will it feel? What will it smell like? What will it taste like? What will the thing all invite every sense into the picture? What sounds will you hear? What words will you hear? Invite every sense and invite that heightened sense of excitement to come along for the ride. The cool part that we haven't even really touched on this very much, and certainly not today, is that your brain does not know the difference between a real event or an imagined event. I'm going to say that again. Your brain does not know the difference between a real event or an imagined event. And everything that you visualize, your brain will start to get comfortable with. And it will start to look for those ways to help make that thing happen for you. That's why we visualize. Because every time that you visualize, every time that you allow your body and your mind to get connected to what it is that you really want, you create space for that. You help your brain start looking for ways, the path to that miracle, the path to that vision. You help your body get comfortable with the idea that you can actually have the thing that you really, really, really want. And you get to be in that generative state of gratitude. Oh, this is how it feels when that happens. This is how it feels when I find the partner of my dreams. This is how it feels when I take my business to the next level. This is how it feels when I finish the book. This is how it feels when I'm writing the book. This is how it feels as I'm traveling to that place that I've really wanted to go for a long time. And you can feel the excitement, and you can feel the joy, and you can feel the passion. And then imagine once you've done that visualization, I'm asking you to visualize with me right now. Imagine how good you're going to feel after completing that visualization, stepping back and taking that energy into your work, into your relationships, into your life, into your creativity, into your imagination, into your art. Imagine how freaking good that's going to feel. And how then that has such a beautiful ripple effect in your day. And you're talking about the things that you want. And you're creating a pathway to the things that you want. And you're allowing yourself to have the mini miracles on the way to the big miracle. How much fun that is. How much easier your day will feel. How much fun the people around you are going to have when they're in your presence. How good you're going to feel to your partner. How good you're going to feel to your kids. How good you're going to feel to your future clients and your current clients. Anybody who is orbiting you right now, interested in working with you, is going to start to feel that energy and that passion from you, because it's going to shine through in your messaging. It's going to shine through in your interactions. It's going to shine through in your introductions. It's going to ripple out everywhere in places you won't even recognize. Your job is to be in the vision, to hold on to it as often as you can. Do we know that this is not a perfect practice? Yes, because this is the humanness, right? Do we know that we're going to have days where chaos happens, right? There's a bad storm coming. Daycare is shut down. School's shut down. I've got to manage my life. I've got to help my clients figure out new times to meet. I've got to reschedule my lunches. I've got to reschedule daycare or find help with daycare. I've got to get the car unstuck, get the whatever it is that needs to happen. Yes, we know that chaos is going to happen. Your subconscious mind will start to help you believe that you can't have the thing that you want the way that you want it because this other stuff is happening. And I'm inviting you to rise above that noise, manage what's happening, feel your feelings about it, and then come back to the vision. And I don't use absolutes very often. I don't say things like always or never or everyone and everything very often. But here, I want you to allow yourself to always come back to your vision. If you have to put an alarm on your phone every morning to think about your vision and do the visualization, do it. If you have to set an alarm, a reminder on your phone to find that mentor or that healer that you need to help you, do it. If you need to set an alarm just to check in, how am I feeling in my body? How connected to my vision am I? Do it. You're worth the time and the effort to do these things. Stay in the energy of that which you want. Help create space for it to happen. Allow it to happen to you. Allow you to be the one that can happen to. Not somebody else who was meant for success. That's a limiting belief, right? If you notice, I want this thing so badly, but you will shut it down. You will push it away because success doesn't happen to people like you. Or what if success changes me? Or, I'm just not the kind of person that good things happen to at that level. Or I've built it this far. If I allow myself to build it even further, what will happen then? Can I handle that level of success? Can I handle doubling, tripling, quadrupling my income? Can I handle doubling, tripling, quadrupling my visibility? Notice what stirs up for you. Honor those feelings. Seek the help that you need to help those feelings move. And always return to the vision. Anchor it into your body. Anchor it into your mind. Practice and practice and practice. Making that vision, making space for that vision, making space for your miracle. And the more that you practice, the clearer you're going to get. The more the details will crystallize for you. The more the color of the thing and the way the thing is going to happen is going to crystallize for you. I will tell you, I had even a new idea for a new kind of VIP day this morning while I was doing my visualization. Allow it to show up. Sometimes it will happen in the visualization. Sometimes it will happen later, but allow space in your life for miracles to happen. Allow space for ideas to come. Allow yourself to have fun with this life, your vision, your creativity. The more that you do this, the more that your channel opens, the more easily you can receive information, the more easily you can receive inspiration, and the more of all that good stuff ripples out. All right. Are you ready for your effective, immediately mindset shift of the week? Okay, here it is. When you are in this space of thinking about your miracle, the big miracle, the thing that you really, really want, I want you to put your hand on your heart and I want you to ask this question, okay? This question is a powerful question. What would it take for me to make space for this miracle to happen? What would it take for me to make space for this miracle to happen? What would it take for me to make space for this miracle to happen? Ask the question and let the answer come to you. It might be something small, seemingly small, like, okay, I've really got to have space in this room for this thing to happen if this is the way it's going to do, the way it's going to go. I really have to make space in my mind to allow this thing to happen. I really have to make space in my calendar for this thing to happen. I need to organize some of my future appointments in a certain way. Whatever it is, you're looking at moving in the direction of that miracle, and you're allowing it to travel to you even faster because you're aligning with it. When you get into this creative space, you're allowing it to happen. You're making space for it. You're helping it happen. You are simultaneously pulling it to you, and it is at the same time, you are simultaneously pulling it to you, and it is magnetized to you even more. Let yourself have fun with that vision, okay? All right, be so loving with yourself. Be so good to yourself. And please, if you are ready to take your miracle, your vision to the next level, if you're ready to clear away any of the gunk that's holding you back from making space for your miracle, I have opened up 3 new spots for my program. It's a one-on-one program called Elevated Leader, where we work together for 90 days to help clear the limiting beliefs, break through the glass ceiling, and help you to embody the energy of the miracle that you are creating. So you can have the life that you want, so you can have the miracle that you want, so you can have the relationships and the income leaps and all the good stuff that you desire in your life. You can connect with me through RebeccaWiener.com, or you can reach out through Call with Rebecca and schedule your call. Have a beautiful week. Take wonderful care of yourself. Have fun, and I'll see you next time.